What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Arsenal Breakdown. You've seen the shiny new short magnums advertised, but when the freezer is running low and the shot distance stretches past 400 yards, reliability and history trump hype every single time. We are diving into the 8 cartridges that professional guides, meat hunters, and long-range aficionados across America trust to ethically anchor big game. This isn't about the flavor of the month. This is about proven ballistics, field performance, and durability. We're putting the classics, the backbone of American hunting, head-to-head with the old-world gems and modern surgical rounds that define precision. Whether you're chasing whitetail in the thickets or glassing for elk 3 canyons over, these are the rounds that put meat in the pot. Let's dig in and figure out what should be riding in your truck this season. If you look up American hunting legend in the dictionary, you're likely to find a picture of the .30-06 Springfield. Developed in 1906, hence the '06 nickname, this round carried our soldiers through 2 world wars and then came home to become the undisputed king of North American big game. Don't let its age fool you. This is a full-power, long-action sledgehammer that requires zero compromise. For the traditionalist who needs true stopping power, the .30-06 remains the champion. It can effectively reach out to 1,000 yards if the shooter is competent, but where it truly shines is in its versatility and terminal energy. The major advantage of the .30-06 is its massive versatility in bullet weights. You can hand-load or buy anything from light, fast, 150-grain pills suitable for pronghorn, all the way up to heavy, dense, 220-grain hammer loads that are necessary for taking down the biggest game in North America, like moose or coastal grizzly bear. This cartridge delivers the sheer momentum needed to push through heavy bone and deep muscle tissue, ensuring ethical, fast harvests when the shot placement is true. Yes, it has a stout recoil. In a standard 8-pound rifle, you're going to be looking at 12 to 15 foot-pounds of shove, depending on the load, which is significantly more than a modern short action like the Creedmoor or the .308. But that is the trade-off for the raw power and knockdown ability this cartridge provides. For hunters working in dense timber or high country where reliable penetration is non-negotiable, the .30-06, often found in iconic rifles like the Remington 700 or Browning X-Bolt, remains an absolute benchmark. For a budget-minded hunter needing a universal rifle, finding an entry-level platform for around $500 is common, while premium custom rifles can run $3,000 or more. Kicking off the modern field rifle standard is the absolute bedrock of the shooting world, the .308 Winchester. Born in the 1950s as the civilian cousin to the 7.62 NATO military round, the .308 is the definition of efficiency. If you are looking for the ultimate do-it-all short-action cartridge, this is the one. Its popularity stems from its incredible performance-to-recoil ratio. It delivers heavy-hitting energy without the mule kick of a magnum, meaning most shooters can stay behind the glass and watch their own impact, which is a massive advantage in the field. The .308 is built into every major rifle platform globally, from the classic bolt gun to high-speed AR-10 style semi-automatics. Its short-action design allows for lighter, quicker-handling rifles, making it a favorite for stalking whitetail in tight cover or packing into the mountains. Ballistically, the .308 can handle shots out to 800 yards with precision, which covers the vast majority of ethical hunting situations. Using a 165-grain bonded bullet, you are getting reliable terminal performance capable of anchoring deer, elk, or plate-shield hogs cleanly. While the .30-06 might carry slightly more horsepower, the .308's inherent accuracy and reduced recoil make it a superior choice for high-volume practice and for shooters who prioritize quick follow-up shots. It simply has fewer variables to manage. For the new hunter, a Savage Axis or Ruger American offers excellent accuracy right out of the box for under $600, while the serious competitor can dump several $1,000s into a custom rig. The sheer availability of match-grade and hunting ammunition, found in literally every store in America, further cements the .308 status as a field favorite. Unveiled in 1925, the .270 Winchester is the quintessential open country specialist. This round took the already legendary .30-06 casing and necked it down to hold a .277 caliber bullet, resulting in a flat-shooting, high-velocity masterpiece. Made famous by legendary outdoor writers like Jack O'Connor, the .270 excels when the quarry is on the move or the distances stretch across wide canyons. The primary ballistic advantage of the .270 is its speed. It launches most hunting bullets, like 130 grains, at well over 3,000 feet per second. This high initial velocity translates directly into a minimal trajectory curve. When you're looking at an antelope across a sagebrush flat or a mule deer far off on a distant ridge, you don't have to worry as much about calculating complicated holdovers at typical hunting ranges of 200 to 400 yards. It hits significantly harder downrange than the popular 6.5 Creedmoor, carrying more foot-pounds of energy, yet it doesn't punish the shooter with the brutal kick associated with the true 300 class magnums. This combination of magnum-light performance with standard long-action recoil is why it remains a favorite for seasoned Western hunters. In a standard 8-pound rifle, recoil is manageable, hovering around 12 foot-pounds. This allows for excellent field accuracy, particularly in windy conditions, where the high sectional density of the .277 bullet performs admirably. Many Tikka T3X and Browning X-Bolt rifles chambered in .270 routinely deliver sub-MOA precision right out of the factory. For the hunter prioritizing flat trajectory and clean kills on medium to large game out to 500 yards, the .270 is still a powerhouse that defines long-range ethical harvest. Coming in as the undisputed industry shifter, the 6.5 Creedmoor completely redefined what hunters expect from a short-action rifle. When Hornady engineered this round in 2007, they designed what many old salts initially called a cheater round because it made accurate long-range shooting accessible to everyone. The secret is simple: efficiency. The Creedmoor takes advantage of long, skinny 6.5mm bullets that boast an extremely high ballistic coefficient, BC. These bullets cut through the wind and maintain velocity far better than older, blunter designs, staying supersonic longer and dropping less. For the hunter, this means those 400-yard shots that used to require complex holdovers now feel like chip shots. The Creedmoor excels at trajectory predictability. The most significant feature, however, is the near non-existent recoil. In a standard hunting rifle, felt recoil often sits below 8 foot-pounds. This makes it a perfect choice for younger shooters, recoil-sensitive hunters, or anyone who simply wants to avoid developing a flinch. This mild recoil is critical for seeing your bullet impact, allowing for immediate correction if you miss, or confirming a clean hit. While some traditionalists claim it lacks the raw punch of a .30 caliber, modern hunting bullets like the 140-grain ELDX carry enough retained energy and sectional density to reliably take deer, antelope, and even elk, provided the distance is kept within ethical limits, typically 500 yards maximum for elk. The Creedmoor is easily found in budget rifles like the Ruger American, up through custom precision rigs that cost several $1,000s, proving its dominance across all tiers of the market. Its combination of accuracy, availability, and mild manners is why it changed the game. If the .30-06 is the king of the open range, the .30-30 Winchester is the monarch of the thick timber and dense brush. Introduced in 1895, this round was the first smokeless powder sporting cartridge in the United States and remains the quintessential deer camp caliber. It's most famous for being chambered in classic lever actions like the Winchester Model 1894 and the Marlin 336. The .30-30 is not a long-range laser. It was never meant to be. This is a meat-in-the-freezer cartridge designed for fast handling and shots under 200 yards, usually much closer. Its reputation is built on reliability and ease of use in heavy cover. The classic lever gun platform allows for extremely rapid follow-up shots in tight quarters, which is often crucial when tracking a buck through the undergrowth. Despite its lower velocity compared to modern cartridges, typically launching a 170-grain bullet around 2,200 feet per second, Its heavy, flat-nosed or polymer-tipped projectiles deliver devastating terminal performance at close range. It is widely speculated that the .30-30 has harvested more white-tailed deer in the United States than any other cartridge on this list, a testament to its longevity and effectiveness. Recoil is incredibly mild, barely nudging the shoulder, which makes it an excellent rifle for new hunters. Furthermore, ammunition availability is never a concern. You can find .30-30 rounds at nearly every hardware store and gas station in rural America. While modern semi-automatics and bolt guns dominate the catalogs, the sheer simplicity, reliability, and historic charm of the .30-30 in a slick cycling lever gun ensure its spot in the American hunter's arsenal forever. Quality lever guns from Henry or Marlin typically run $700 to $1,200, making them an affordable piece of American heritage. Born from the wildcatting world and commercialized by Remington in 1980, the 7mm 08 is arguably the most balanced short-action hunting cartridge ever devised. Essentially, Remington necked down the super-efficient .308 casing to hold a 7mm projectile. The goal was simple: take the fantastic efficiency and short-action advantage of the .308, but utilize the superior ballistic coefficients that 7mm bullets are famous for. The 7mm 08 achieves Goldilocks ballistics. It provides a flatter trajectory and less wind drift than a standard .308, but with significantly less felt recoil than high-powered long-action rounds like the .270 or the .3006. A typical 140-grain bullet leaves the muzzle at around 2,800 feet per second, making it absolute poison on whitetails and mule deer. Because it uses a short action, rifles chambered for it are lighter and handier, a massive benefit for mountain hunters who spend all day hiking rugged terrain. In terms of terminal performance, the 7mm 08 is fully capable of taking elk and black bear, making it a true one-rifle solution. However, its major commercial struggle today is the hype surrounding the 6.5 Creedmoor. While the 7mm 08 actually carries more downrange energy than the 6.5 at typical hunting distances, the market has gravitated toward the newer round. For the dedicated hunter, this means that while factory match options might be slightly fewer than the Creedmoor, the handloader finds the 7mm 08 a dream to work with. It's not finicky about powder, and consistently produces half-inch groups in quality factory rifles. For the recoil-sensitive shooter who needs a true elk-capable cartridge, the 7mm 08 remains a top-tier choice that should never be forgotten. The 6.5 by 55 Swedish Mauser, or the Swede, is the ultimate proof that old-world design can still outperform modern hot rods. Born in 1894, it is the grandfather of the entire 6.5 revolution. It was developed for the Swedish and Norwegian militaries, but quickly became the standard for Scandinavian moose hunters. It has endured for over a century because it simply works with quiet professionalism. The Swede wins not through raw speed, but through precision and momentum. Its long, slender 6.5mm bullets ride a gentle, long-necked case that feeds flawlessly and provides exceptional consistency during combustion. A typical hunting load, such as a 140-grain bullet, leaves the barrel at a mild 2,700 feet per second. Because the cartridge operates at lower pressures than the modern Creedmoor or high-speed magnums, the brass has superior longevity, and, critically, the barrels last forever. Barrel life can be measured in decades of field shooting rather than seasons of target practice. At 500 yards, the retained energy of a heavy 6.5 by 55 bullet often exceeds that of certain modern magnums because it reaches distance carrying more momentum rather than relying solely on raw muzzle velocity. The mild recoil is a massive asset, encouraging perfect trigger control and ensuring the shooter maintains concentration. The primary limitation today is that it requires a long-action receiver, preventing its use in the compact, short-action rifles many hunters prefer. Also, American factory ammunition is frequently underloaded, so to unlock its true potential for taking red stag or moose, hunters often need to seek out high-quality European loads, or hand-load their own using modern slow-burning powders. This is a soulful cartridge that rewards the dedicated marksman who values tradition and consistent accuracy. If any cartridge was genuinely robbed of legendary status by poor marketing, it is the .280 Remington. Released in 1957, Remington engineered this round to perfectly split the difference between the .270 and the .30-06, and in the process, they arguably created a superior ballistic package to both. Remington took the venerable .30-06 case, necked it down to 7mm, and moved the shoulder forward slightly to prevent accidental chambering in a .270 rifle. It was designed to be the ultimate balanced hunting round. The .280 Remington utilizes 7mm bullets, which possess outstanding ballistic coefficients and sectional density. This means that a 160-grain partition, leaving the muzzle at 2,900 feet per second, drifts less in the wind than a .30-06 of similar weight while packing a much deeper punch through bone and muscle. It offers true magnum-level performance with the manageable shove of a standard long-action rifle. Recoil is comparable to the .270. It's a true do-everything load. It drops whitetails cleanly at brush distances and allows for ethical elk tags out to 450 yards without requiring excessive scope dialing. Tragically, Remington confused the buying public by launching it in unpopular autoloaders and then repeatedly renaming it, once calling it the 7mm Express Remington, which caused it to get lost in the shuffle when the 7mm Remington Magnum arrived and stole the headlines. Today, the challenge is finding high-performance factory ammunition. However, for the handloader who understands that the .280 thrives on a 60-grain charge of medium-slow powder, the result is a rifle that stays cooler, maintains accuracy longer than a Magnum, and delivers devastating terminal performance that few other non-Magnum rounds can match. There you have it. 8 cartridges, blending the best of old-world precision with American field dominance. Notice a pattern here? Whether you're shooting the surgical 6.5 Creedmoor or the historic 6.5 by 55 Swede, or sticking with the classic .30-06 thump, the fundamentals remain the same: high BC, adequate sectional density, and manageable recoil. The best caliber in the world is the one you shoot accurately and consistently. So, before you chase the next fleeting trend, get out to the range, learn your drops, and master the rifle you already own. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the hunter's arsenal, and drop a comment below. What caliber do you rely on for your big game hunt, and which forgotten gem did we miss?